Kotomitsuki is in the lead with 7 wins and 1 loss. Here he is. And Asashoryu and Daizen with 6 wins and 2 losses. But according to my book of statistics, it's been something like 26 years since none of the other ranks of Komusubi and above, that's Komusubi, Sekiwaki, Ozeki and Yokozuna, have not been in a leading position at this stage of a basho. So that gives you some idea of how the upper ranked wrestlers have crumbled away in this basho. The president of the Sumo Association holds a press conference on day 9, and he apologized profoundly for the crumbling away of the Joijin, as it's called, the top-ranked wrestlers. Well, that was too busy talking about press conferences. That was Aminishiki there beating Daizen with oshidashi. Aminishiki is only 122 kilos. He's the second lightest. Lightest is Kaiho. Compare that with, say, Minaumi, who fought a few years ago. He was a mere 100 kilos. Now we have Kitazakura here against Kyokutenho. Kitazakura with 5 wins, Kyokutenho with 5 wins, both in a position to win the tournament. But it's Kyokutenho there who spins him over with that uwatenage. As I was saying earlier, on day 9 it's traditional for the boss of the Sumo Association to hold a press conference, and the present boss is Tokitsukaze, and he apologized profoundly to the press corps for the collapse of the upper ranked wrestlers. On to our next bout. It's between Chiyotenzan and Kotoryu. These two have fought 6 times previously. Chiyotenzan has won 4 of them. Both wrestlers at 148 kilos apiece. Slightly slow start from Chiyotenzan, allowing Kotoryu to do most of the attacking. He's now coming back into it a bit, but still Kotoryu seems to have the initiative there. He's got that more dominant hand over the back there. That's the Iwate hold. And Chiyotenzan trying a few leg trips there, but to no avail. Kotoryu shoves him out at the end of that run with yorikiri. Prize money there for Kotoryu, but an exciting bout nevertheless. The ring there, some 15 feet across, not very big when you think about it. 2 wrestlers start moving, the edge is extremely close here. Oginishiki against Hayateumi. Well, Hayateumi is certainly getting stronger there. He's slapped Oginishiki down. 4th win now for Hayateumi. And that was the 4th loss for Oginishiki. Tsukiotoshi slapped down there from Hayateumi. Now Toki against Otsukasa. Otsukasa, one of the Nichidai, that's the top amateur stable wrestlers, one of 6 fighting in this Makuuchi division. Here against Toki, other ones are Kotomitsuki, Kaiho, Hayateumi, Hamanishiki and Higonoumi, so quite a bunch of them there from the same amateur stable. Toki wins that one with some thrust outs. It's long pushing. If you push out and your hands stay on the body, it's oshidashi. If you thrust them out, it's to say you shove really hard and they leave the end of your hands, that becomes a tsukidashi. It's the distinction there. Now Kyokushuzan, the Mongolian, with 4 wins so far against Higonoumi, also with 4 wins. These have had 10 head-to-heads previously. Kyokushuzan's won 6 of them. Kyokushuzan at Maegashira 6. Fairly safe as far as the rankings go. Higonoumi at Maegashira 9. Still fairly safe as well. Kyokushuzan we've seen as quite a bundle of tricks there, but he loses the grip there. When the grip's broken, it's called to cut the Mawashi or Kiru. So his grip on the Higonoumi's Mawashi was cut, and in that moment of instability, it was Higonoumi who spun him over with sukuinage. So 5th win for Higonoumi and 5th loss for Kyokushuzan. Inside of the Kokugikan Stadium there, It's the home of sumo, headquarters of sumo in Japan. Kotomitsuki coming out. And he'll be on shortly against Tamanoshima. So that should be another exciting bout. Tamanoshima is one of these newcomers who's doing rather well. Now this bout, Tosanoumi against Takanowaka. Tosanoumi 162 kilos, Takanowaka 145. Takanowaka using hard training, pushing the weights. Certainly winning comfortably there. Spills Tosanoumi over with yoritaoshi. Well, Tosanoumi yesterday did well when he beat the Ozeki Chiyotenzan. Well, I say well, Chiyotenzan was injured, but win against an Ozeki is a win. But Tosanoumi there getting banged over by Takanowaka. Now we have Kotonowaka from the Sadagatake stable. At some point he should inherit that stable, but his stable boss is not due to retire for another 4 years, so in theory he's got to keep going for that length of time, and at 33 years old it's quite tough really to expect him to keep going for another 4 years. Kotonowaka in at Maigashira 1, so just a shade below the upper ranks, the upper grouping of ranks. So if he does well this basho, he could go up, but he's got 5 losses so far, so it seems unlikely. Virtually got to win all his remaining bouts, and it's Tochinonada who drives him out. Determined thrust to that big belly of Kotonowaka's, and over the edge with yorikiri. 4th win for Tochinonada, 6th loss for Kotonowaka. Now Kotomitsuki, ex-amateur champ, against Tamanoshima. The boss of the Nichidai amateur stable once said that he thought that it wouldn't be long before most of the wrestlers in the Makuuchi division would be ex-amateur. Well, it hasn't quite worked out that way. It's kind of stabilized around that sort of mark, 15 or so, for some years now. So these two have never fought before, certainly not in pro sumo. Tamanoshima here has got 4 wins. Kotomitsuki's got 7 wins. He's comfortably in the lead. It's a very even start there, but it's Kotomitsuki who grabs the belt and powers forward, maintains the initiative there and the drive forward, and Tamanoshima wasn't in that bout. From the moment their heads touched from the charge forward, it was Kotomitsuki's feet that were moving forward, and Tamanoshima just moved backwards and then eventually over the edge. Yorikiri win there for Kotomitsuki. 8 wins now and 1 loss. Let's watch that one again. There's those legs driving forward the whole time, and then eventually over the edge. And you can see the power of the legs. Tamanoshima trying to stop that, but just slides backwards. Next fight, Asashoryu. It's the Gyoji calling out his name in that long drawn-out, high-pitched call that they have. He's fighting Wakanosato. Well, Asashoryu has disposed of just about everybody so far, except Kotomitsuki. Let's see how we do against this Komusubi wrestler, Wakanosato. 151 kilos, some 20 kilos heavier than Asashoryu, who's 130. But a lot of that 130 kilos of Asashoryu is fast muscle. Wakanosato is a pretty powerful wrestler himself, so this is going to be an interesting one. I suspect Asashoryu will come out hard and fast. He'll keep moving, twisting to the left, twisting to the right. Maybe he'll sidestep. There's a head-banging start and some slaps to the head. He's on the run a bit there. Wakanosato's driving forward, but still there's slaps. Goes in with the head, and there's a pull down right in the middle of all those slaps. Suddenly Asashoryu just pops a hand on the back of Wakanosato's head, and down he goes. Extremely abrupt change of direction there. Asashoryu was driving him out over the edge, slapping hard at the same time, and then just one hand at the back of the neck dragged Wakanosato forward, and you can see both of his hands go down into the sand on the surface of this dohyo. Hatakikomi win there. Let's watch this one again. There's the slaps. See them going in. More slaps. There's another one right to the face of Wakanosato. And another one, and another one. Still driving forward, and then 2 or 3 slaps, in fact, on the back of Wakanosato's neck to take him down. 7th win for Asashoryu. Still a chance for him to win the Emperor's Cup at the end, at the rate he's going. Kotomitsuki's just 1 win ahead. Now Tochiazuma against Dejima. Dejima with 4 losses, not looking at all well in this basho. He's got an inflamed leg, carry over from before, almost gets sidestepped there, is sidestepped. Tochiazuma from the sidestep gets round behind and wins with a kuridashi. Well, Dejima came out hard and fast. That's his trademark. Dayashi. That's the hard driving, shuffling forward movement that they do from the charge. And it's very similar to his name. Dejima also means to the island that protrudes out. Bit of a pun there in Japanese. Well, this is should have been Chiyo Taikai, but he's dropped out in his match against Takanonami. Left foot injury, which he suffered on day 6 against Wakanosato, I believe. No, it wasn't Wakanosato. Takanowaka, sorry. So this is where he hurt himself. Well, it wasn't obvious, but you can see him limping back there. And Takanonami comes into the ring to get his Fusen show. That's a win by default. And that gives him 4 wins. So Chiyo Taikai's dropped out. Kaio's dropped out. Well, falling like flies in this basho. Thank God Kotomitsuki and Asashoryu are keeping it alive. And here's another one, actually, who's doing very well. Kaiho, amateur champion, very skillful wrestler. He had 9 wins last basho. He's going to do pretty well this one, I predict, and that will possibly move him up to top of the Maigasho ranks, if not into Komusubi position. And there he sidesteps Miyabiyama. Miyabiyama crumbles. 6th loss for Miyabiyama. He's getting closer and closer to demotion. And you can see that leg crumpling there as he went down. So he injured his ankle there for sure. Ankle or knee, one of the two, but it was an awkward angle for that leg. And possibly he's being helped out. Well, it's a bad one. He can't walk on it. So Kaiho wins that. 6 wins for Kaiho, 6th loss for Miyabiyama. So it seems certain that Miyabiyama will drop out. But we won't know that until next day's basho, next day's fight. Musayama has got 3 losses. And again, Taketsumi with 3 losses. Musayama 29 years old. Taketsumi 27. Taketsumi much closer to the start line. Musayama some way back. Just powering forward. Tremendous power of Musayama. If he's going to lose, he's going to lose because he gets sidestepped. But if he can stay in front of his opponent, he'll just bull them out, which he does there. So Taketsumi smashed out of the ring with oshidashi from Musayama. 6 wins for Musayama, 3 losses so far. Well, if he can win more or less consecutively from now on, he might end up with 12 wins, which is what you would expect for an Ozeki, but well, there's a few more days to go yet. So on to the last bout of day 9. It's Musashi Maru against Tamaka Suga. They fought 15 times previously. Musashi Maru's won 13 of them. Musashi Maru's had 3 losses so far. Tamaka Suga there comes out, almost sidesteps the big man, almost gets round the back of him. Well, look at Musashi Maru there. It looked like he'd given up. Tamaka Suga just did a few pushes at the end there. Musashi Maru pivoted round like a tired ballerina. Well, he's certainly looking a bit lifeless in the lower part of his body. His legs are not moving well at all. Well, that's Miyabiyama coming out. Seems he's dislocated his left ankle. He'll be dropping out. That's his stable boss coming out as well. So it's the bone in the leg. Yeah, there it is. And also apparently dislocated in 2 places. So that's unfortunately going to take him out. So at the end of day 9, Kotomitsuki leads with 8 wins and 1 loss. Asashoryu behind with 7 wins and 2 losses. Then Musoyama, Tochiazuma, Kaiho, Kyokutenho and Daizen with 6 wins and 3 losses. And Musashimaru nowhere in sight, having taken 4 losses so far. A pretty un-Yokozuna-like performance from the Yokozuna. Well, thank you for joining us. We'll be back soon with days 10, 11 and 12 of this basho. This is Sid Hoare from Tokyo. Bye for now and sayonara.